Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to implement the user profile settings functionality. So let's just jump in. Here, as you can see, we have the option for setting, and we have that right here as well. So what we are going to do is we are going to redirect users to a page where he can um change the basic information as well as thumbnail, profile, and stuff like that, as well as changing the password and all those functionalities. So let's just jump in. I'm gonna first I'm gonna look for the template for that. So I'm gonna go to Explorer, and then public directory. I have the template inside storage, and then template. And here, as you can see, we have the default dash settings page. So if I open that up, we have the settings, account information, saved addresses, and social accounts, and different options, right? So we can use this option for that. And later on, if you click on this, we will redirect you to another page where you can change the account basic information and things like that. We will add those. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a component, livewire component for that. So php artisan make livewire. We can create that in a settings directory. So let's say settings slash I think we can call this let's say main or a setting, and this is going to generate that. And I'm gonna serve the application again, and here I'm gonna press Ctrl U and search for the main content. So main content, I'm gonna copy everything up to here. You can see on the right hand side, up to here, and I'm gonna move that to that component. So I'm gonna search for setting. Here we have that. I'm gonna paste it and remove the comments, because as we saw in the previous videos that it's gonna throw an error somehow. So I'm gonna go to web.php and add a route for that. So we have the profile already, right here, as you can see. And we have the user. So I'm gonna user dash profile maybe, or maybe setting. Let's go with the user dash profile. This is going to be a get route, and fonting to the setting livewire component. I'm gonna import that, and the name is gonna be, let's say, settings. How about that? Then we will have different settings over there. So now I'm gonna go to navigation, because this thing, this one and this one, we have to add routes for that. So I'm gonna search for Control F for the settings. We have one right here, and choose your template. Which one is this? So if I do one thing, if I click on this, okay, so it displays different information about, these might be the settings of the pages. I didn't notice that. Header, background, um I think choose color theme. Maybe we can add this feature as well. That is also sound like a good idea. Okay, so we can add this to this one. So I'm gonna go to the left navigation. It's right here. I'm gonna search for the setting, and here I'm gonna call that a route. So instead of default dash setting.html, I'm gonna change it to the route that we just created, in that is settings. And now we should be able to go to that route. So I'm gonna go to that route, and we have to change different stuffs in order to make that work. First thing first, we have to extend that from the layouts with f.blade.php. I'm gonna come here. We already have done that so many times, so I'm gonna copy there from the other components, come here and paste it like so. And now we are just returning the same view. So Now if we try that out, let's see how it works. So I'm gonna refresh the page, and then we are going to visit this route. Okay, something is missing. UUID is missing, so I think we don't need any UUID because we can return the, also we are not returning any like information in that page, so that will be in the settings page, that like another route we will be creating for that one. So we don't need any UUID or anything like that. So I'm gonna refresh, and no error. And now if I click on the settings page, I am redirected to that settings page. So that is interesting. Now here we have to load the icons, and then after that we will add the rest of the functionality. So I'm gonna go to settings. Here first thing is to like have the icons, right? So I'm gonna copy this thing, come right here and paste it like this. Now I'm gonna search for the, we call it like feather icons, right? So one we have somewhere around here. If I format the UI, you can see angle right. So I'm gonna copy this. Also this is saved addresses, right? So we do not have saved addresses or anything. I think we do have like the save post option, right? So this is where the save post will be displayed. So I'm gonna call the icons of get icon, passing the angle right. And do we have any other icon here? Yeah, here we have the angle right as well, like the same. Also we have to add style of margin -10. So margin slash top -10 pixel, and I'm gonna like paste these in the above section as well, because we have the same right TA angle right icon. So I'm gonna paste that right here. And if I search for TI dash, we have another one right here. This is the social account, um, social accounts, social.html. Let's see what we have in the social.html. Social.html is right here. Okay, so here you can link your other social media accounts. So we can add this page as well. I think currently we don't have this. So yeah, later on we can add this page. So I'm gonna add the icon for this one. I have copied that thing, so I can just directly paste that. Then we have the my card, and this is pointing toward, let's see, I'm gonna come here, and the my card is the payment.html. So if I open that up, we have this thing. We're not gonna include anything like this. I'm gonna import this section, my card, because we don't have any like payment system in this. Maybe we can include, but in our application that we are creating, we don't have anything like that. Like that is required in the things like when you provide like advertisement, to the ability to advertise on the platform, then that is interesting to have that thing. Then notification, yeah, we do have this thing. So like on the home page we show like 5 or something like that notifications to the user, but here we're gonna go like we will display all of the notifications along with the full functionalities. I think we have a page for that as well. If I also we have the feather bill. I think we have to remove this as well. And wait, if I come here, notifications, okay, this is another icon, we have to add that as well. So I'm gonna paste this thing, and this is gonna be bill, and remove this one. And the same thing right here, paste that. This is the logout. Yeah, we do have the ability to log out the users. And after that, Pedro lock. So I'm gonna remove this. Come here, paste that, change the name to lock, and Pedro help dash circle. So I'm gonna replace that one as well to the one like paste, like I'm gonna paste it and help dash circle. And now if I like search for Pedro, it's gonna display all the icons, so I can modify that. So Pedro home, yeah, we do have to remove this one, and I'm gonna paste this and change the name to home icon. Then the Pedro map pin, the pin, this one. Let's see. This is the saved addresses. So this is gonna be like saved posts. So I'm gonna like use the same thing, Pedro pin, map dash pin. So map dash pin, and I think that is it. We have Twitter, save social accounts. Okay. We can include this feature, so I'm gonna include that as well. Twitter, and we have the inbox, and this is the account password updation. Yeah. So what was the name of the icon? Let's revert. Inbox. Okay. So I'm gonna paste that like this, and the name is gonna be inbox. Now let's try that and see how it works and looks like. Okay, Ingle right is missing, so I'm gonna search for Ingle right. We have this in a lot of places, right? So I'm gonna Google about this because this is required. Let's say Pedro icons, go to their website, and then we are going to search for the angle. Oh, we had triangle. If I search for right, arrow right, okay, and they have like changed the name maybe. So I'm gonna search for all this icon, duplicate like by Control D. I can like find all those and I can replace that on the fly. So now if I refresh, hopefully no errors. Definitely we got like we made mistake here again. So I'm gonna do that. Like we don't have to view the actual value. We want to like have view the um like render that. So by using this syntax, it's gonna render that. So I have to use that for all the icons that we have. Okay, this is interesting. I'm gonna search for all of this syntax. Come here, remove one curly brace, and let's try that out. So yeah, now it looks good. So now we can like add the functionality of weaving the specific information. So if I hover over this, as you can see, account information.html. So I'm gonna go to account information.html, and if I open that up, let's see what kind of page they have for that. So I'm gonna use this page for that one, for this UI. So I'm gonna save this, format that and save this, and I'm going to add a route for that and implement that functionality. So I'm gonna copy the name. So let's say route, and the route is gonna be settings dot and this account dash information. Maybe we can use underscore, and then I'm going to copy the name of this and go to web.php, and we are going to create a route with this name. And before I create that, I have to create a component for that. So I'm gonna use the same command as we did before, like make setting instead of like setting. Now create what is it, the account information. So account information and hit enter. I was going to create that. So now I'm gonna also I think we can create all of them so that later on we just like carry on. So let's create them. um, for the lagout we don't need, for the help we do need. So I'm going to create one with the help name. This is like the help desk section, then notification. The help desk is like frequently asked questions and things like that will be added over there by the administrator, and the user will be able to just see the so notifications. And then maybe like password change or update password. So let's say password updation, right? Or password update, something like that. Then social account, let's call it socials. um, Socials. And then saved posts. So saved posts and hit enter. It's going to create that, and we have the one already for that one. So I'm going to serve the application now, and we can move on with those things. So I'm going to go to we already have opened that, so I'm going to go to code editor. For this one I am going to import the I think this is going to be like user profile dash settings. Also we can do one thing, like these routes that we just explored is going to be like the number of routes. These are the routes, right? Like we will be creating routes for all of those. So let's like combine them in like route group. So settings, let's say user settings, and here I'm gonna call the route group, and um, group them by, what should I call it, let's say user profile. Okay, and user profile and function. Is it the correct syntax? I forgot. So group, we have a middleware as well, and we have all this syntax. And mm, let's ask Uncle Google. I forgot the syntax. Route group in Laravel. So routing, like I want to like group them so that we don't have code repetition or in that. And this is Laravel 10. I'm gonna search for the word group, route grouping, and you can group this. Use first or second middleware, controller, domain, prefix. Yeah, the prefix. Yeah, this is fine. This is what I was looking for. So this is gonna be the prefix. The prefix is gonna be the this thing, user dash profile, and like we can call all those routes with that. So I'm gonna paste that, and after that I'm going to like do this. And here we can like pass the namespace as well. And here I'm gonna pass the settings, and like it's going to automatically pick the name. Also it's not like we can pass here as well. This is going to be like a little bit confusing. Now I'm going to remove this route because this is like the slash route now, and I'm going to remove that from here as well. And calling these settings, it's going to call the account information livewire component, and the name is that one that we have. So I'm going to go to that one, and I'm going to extend the, what is it, extend the f layouts f, and here as you can see, like in the account information dot html, is this one, right? We have the authentic user profile informations, right? So we gonna, like we have to pass the authentic user, but we have the auth object, right, or the auth method, which can help us like directly get them on the fly. So I'm gonna search for the main content here, and I'm gonna copy that till this point. I'm gonna paste that and format that, and let's just include the icons. So I'm gonna copy everything from here, come right here and paste that. And if I search for feather, we have that. Now we don't have any icon. We can check that right here. We have just one icon and one right here. So let's see account details, ti left arrow or arrow left. So I'm gonna add this one, and this is gonna be style. Margin dash top is gonna be negative 10 pixel, and I'm gonna call the icon dollar icons of get icon, sorry, get icons, and passing the name, and it's gonna return that. Now if I search for ti dash, we have another one, but it's not showing that. So first name, last name, something, country, address. We are gonna like filter that based on our need as well. This is the cloud dash down, so I'm gonna include this one. Style is gonna be negative 10 pixel, and margin dash top negative 10 pixel. Load the icons of get icon, passing the name. Also we should render this one, like passing the exclamation marks and exclamation mark. Now let's refresh, not this one. Let's refresh, and also we have to point that one. So I'm gonna go to settings, and on, yeah, we already have pointed that, so I'm gonna click on this one, and we have error get icons call to undefined. Okay, this is gonna be get icon. So I'm gonna search for this one, and it appears 2 times. I'm gonna change the name to get icon. Let's refresh, and cloud down is not found. So I'm gonna search for that in the feather icons. We don't have this. How about this one, cloud? So I'm gonna paste, we already have that, so I'm gonna refresh, and let's see, arrow not found. This is arrow left, right, left, like this is the back button, and also this is gonna be pointing to all the settings route, so I'm gonna call that as well. So route, passing the settings, and if I refresh, it should work probably. Yeah, so now the negative 10 thing is not working, and this looks good. We can choose file. So I'm gonna like make this a little bit bigger. Also if I do one thing, if I inspect this, let's see where is the problem. So I'm gonna target this element. Wait a minute, did I click on it? So if I click on selector, target that thing, and I'm gonna add, let's say, margin dash top negative 10 pixel, that is working, but this is applied on this thing, and we want it on this thing. So I'm gonna remove that, come here, and if I increase this, nothing happens. So what we can do about this is feather dash arrow. Maybe let's see. I can do one thing like if I like the styling works on this one, right? Like if I do like margin dash top -10 pixel, and as you can see it works. Like I can increase that and it looks good, right? Here is gonna be fine, 17 pixel or 15. And what I can do is if I'm gonna select this, select edit as HTML. Now I can select all the things. Like I just copied the SVG and I'm gonna paste that right here like this. So now let's see if that works. So I'm gonna refresh the page and let's wait for the UI to load. Yeah, it looks good. So now we can load the user profile things like the profile image. So here we have the name. I'm gonna load the first name and last name. Dollar, not dollar, dollar auth user, auth user, and user has first underscore name, and I'm gonna concatenate that with the space and calling the last name on this. So I'm gonna paste this, and then instead of first name I'm gonna write last name, and here we have the username. So I'm gonna paste this and change this to username, and I'm looking for the profile image. Let's see how it looks like if we can like change this. I'm logging as Tauseed Zaman, so let's see if it's going to load those information. Yeah, it does. So now let's load the other things also. I'm going to load the input fields, like information for the input fields. So here we have the profile image, right? So I'm going to load that. This is going to be asset storage, just like we did in other places, and appending this thing, and then calling the auth user profile, then profile, and this should load. Otherwise, like display nothing. Also, we can display the like the temporary, or we can ignore that, and it's gonna show like the alt message. So I'm gonna add alt as well, and the message is gonna be profile image. After that we have the first name. Let's say let's do one thing, let's automate this. So I'm gonna select all of them. I'm gonna add placeholder, and maybe like placeholder can be copied from here, right? I'm gonna come here and paste that, and after that we have the value attribute. So I'm gonna call this thing, and here I'm gonna go out user, and then we have different things, right? So I'm gonna write nothing, and here I'm gonna write first underscore name, copy this, paste last underscore name. After that we have the email. I'm gonna call email, then the phone. So we have mobile, then the country. Do we have country in the user model, or search for country? No, we don't have. So I'm gonna remove this one. Then we have the address. So I think we do have the address. So if I search for address, no, we have location, right? So I'm gonna add location, and then the town and city, no need for this one. Then the passcode, no need for this one. And then the drag and drop the profile image, yeah. We do have that. Also we have the thumbnail, right? Yeah, so I'm going to duplicate that and add the thumbnail as well. So I'm going to select. um, Also drag and drop to click to replace. The message is like this. So what to replace or what to do, like, so I'm going to add that, or click to like add slash, or let's say update profile image, and I'm gonna paste this thing in, let's say to update thumbnail, um, profile thumbnail or something. Let's say profile thumbnail. We do display that, right? So if I like go to the index page and visit someone user profile, we do display there. I'm like pretty sure. If I go to this one, let's see if we do, but I think we do. Let's confirm that. So yeah, as you can see, the background has a motor car, so that is what we are going to add right here, like the profile thumbnail. So after that, the margin is like fine. The description, yeah, we do need descriptions. um, so I'm gonna like load the descriptions like this. Dollar not dollar, auth user and descriptions and the user as a method. And after that we have the save button. Let's see the model if we have anything missing. We have the address and location. So we thought we don't have the address. That is interesting. I think we can like let's leave that. um Email, username, yeah, we have to add username. Gonna go to the top, um duplicate, as you can see there, like let's do one thing. I'm gonna refresh the page and add the username on the correct place. So country, address, town, city. I don't need the town, city. The address, okay, mistake. This is gonna be the address, okay. And I'm gonna add another one for the, wait, this is column 12, address, country as column 12. So country should be column 6. Where is that? Country. What? Country is not in our template and it shows it right here. Kind of weird. Country. Did I? What? I saved this thing, right? And if I refresh, let's close this one. Yeah, now we don't have the, so we have issue in the phone. I'm gonna search for that. The issue is this thing, so I'm gonna search for all of those. These are by like done by mistake. And after this one, we can load the country. So here address is like complete, right? How about country? So let's say, let's like do the same for the country. and calling the not address country. Sorry for that. What else do we have in the user model? Username, yes. Also, we have the gender, but I think we don't allow changing the gender. So I'm gonna like duplicate this one like this, and it's gonna be the username and U with capital, calling the username, and let's see if we have loaded those things. So username should be column 12, and phone number is missing. Yeah, we might haven't like uploaded the phone number as we have seeded this, so we don't have that. So now it looks good. We can also another thing is we have to add the thumbnail, right? We are not loading that currently, so we have to load that as well. So in order to do that, I'm gonna go to specific user profile and go ahead and copy that code from here. So I'm gonna go to maybe user livewire component and then go to the template, and at the top we will see the code for that. So this is the thumbnail, and this is the, let's do one thing. I'm gonna copy then we have the username. So bigger, let's do one thing, just copy this to the user information and up like paste it before this. I'm gonna paste it right here, and this is gonna be the out user profile thumbnail. Do we have to use this thing? I think we don't need to confirm that where this exists or not. Is it gonna throw error if it doesn't exist? Yeah, I think it's gonna throw error. So in order to like to check that, I'm gonna use this syntax for the images and thumbnail, so it like we don't have an error on the UI. So I'm gonna paste that like this, calling the thumbnail app URL, otherwise app URL and this in this. Let's refresh the page and see how it looks like. Yeah, maybe it looks good. So now we can work on the updation. So in this is gonna be country, right? So I'm gonna search for address, and here it's gonna be address. So now what I'm going to do is like have the ability to update these informations, right? So I'm gonna select all of these input fields and add wire model. Do we have the name for each? We don't. So I'm gonna select all of the input fields and add wire colon model dot lazy equals to, and then here I will pass the name, but we can't do that direct. We can do that, I think. Like here we have the name, right? Come here and paste it. So first name, last name, username. Here is the problem. This is email. This is email. And text type is like content type is email. Input type email. For the phone number, we have a problem. So mobile and mobile and address. This is correct. This is correct. Here we have a problem. Okay, what is this? So this is gonna be profile. We have the issue with the naming thing completely wrong. um yeah, maybe not that much, as you can see. And we have to do the same for the thumbnail. So thumbnail, input type pile, name pile, and classes input pile. And after that we have the descriptions. So wire model dot lazy equals to descriptions. Also the value, I think, um but it's fine. Yeah, we can manage that. So now also we have to create a form for that if we don't have already. We do have. So I'm gonna say like wire submit dot prevent, let's say update profile. And we have the file upload functionality. So um, what is it called, content uh, accept. If I go to user register, forgot the thing. So I'm gonna go to register, and if I search for, yeah, in type multi-part form data. So I'm gonna paste that right here, and now we have to work on the submit button. So here this is gonna be input, this is gonna be button type submit, and end up button. So now let's try that out. I'm gonna refresh the page and let's see if we have anything else to do. So yeah, everything looks good, but the thing that this thing does like did nothing for us. So I'm gonna remove these, select all of them, and we are going to assign values to those things, the variables that we just generated. So I'm gonna remove all of those. The value field, I think, is gonna be empty. Yeah, empty. But this thing, select all of them, remove, and now if I refresh, it's gonna be completely empty, which is correct. Okay, that is interesting. The top thing is also not working. So if auth user profile, first name, last name, first name is not correct. So auth user last name to this place, paste, and change it to first name. And here this is gonna be okay, this is interesting. So I'm gonna copy this thing, come here and paste that, but it's gonna be like this. So now it should work as we expect. Yeah, it does. So now we can work on the component livewire like a PHP side. So I'm gonna go to account information livewire, and here I have to like create these variables, right? So I'm gonna do that quickly by selecting all of these by default like this, and come here, select all of them, come right here and use public. Maybe no need for public. I'm gonna add semicolon at the end because it is required, right? But it's gonna help me automate the process. At the beginning we will have public and then dollar sign, and now I'm gonna format that, but the public spelling is not correct. So public. Now I can do that in the amount method, like assign values to these. I'm gonna do function, and this is gonna be amount accepts no parameters, and I'm gonna select all of them and assign values to them. So like this, select, come right here, paste. Now what you are going to do is select the dollar sign, all the dollars, okay, like this, and this of address or anything is gonna be auth user and then that variable itself, right? So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna now duplicate, and this is gonna assign values to those variables. So now we should have those things loaded. Yeah, we do. So now we can work on the update section. So I'm gonna create a method for that function. This is gonna be update profile accepts no parameters, and here we can validate the things, right? Like if you pass, if I go to register PHP file, here we can do like the same validation here, but it's gonna be a little bit different because you can't, like, we have the email and things like that, like unique, right? We don't have the gender in this thing. We do have the tel. No, we don't. It's called mobile. Email, first name, last name, profile, and thumbnail, and this is gonna be image and stuff, blah blah blah, or yeah, yada yada yada. So request validate, this is gonna be $this of validate, and we have the address and location, so I'm gonna add that as well. So address, location, the location can be considered like um the, what is it called, the country of that user. So here I think we have to do one thing, and that is if I like want to update my email, um I think we can disable that, like phone number and email validation should be disabled, because there is a lot of steps involved, like you have to re-verify that specific, so it's gonna like quite complex for this project. Not complex, but like time consuming, and it's gonna be like pretty much the same. We can do that, but um like to make the things faster, I'm gonna ignore that. So I'm gonna go to account information, and I'm gonna disable, like we will display that, but we not gonna like that will be disabled. And even if you submit that, we not gonna um like accept those and update that field. This is also gonna be disabled. And let's see, we do have to send those, so remove that from here. Now once we have those information, I can create a variable, let's say user, point that user in the user model. So not like this, the user model, point the authentic user, so out of id, and it's gonna return that, right? So I'm gonna update the information of that user, and I can automate that as well. So I'm gonna copy these names like this, um, like this, come right here, paste, and select all of them, and then $user of this variable equal this to the value that is passed. So I'm gonna select this of this value. So like this is gonna be assign each of the attribute of this variable to the value that is assigned or that is declared above or coming from the UI. I'm gonna remove the email and mobile number, and after these operation we are going to save that. So save it, and after that we can notify the user or show an alert or something so that user information is updated and that will be live update. So I'm gonna like fire the event. So I'm gonna copy Discord, come right here, paste, and something like profile updated successfully. So how about account information, because we are on the account information page, right? Updated successfully, and this is going to be success. Yeah, so now if I save this and try that out, also we have a problem here, and that is the profile and thumbnail stuff should be like stored, right? And I'm gonna store that in the, let's say we have the profiles directory for that already. So profiles, and store this one as well. I think we store that, store it. Well, do we have a thumbnail? No, I think we store that in the same directory. So now let's try that out. I'm gonna refresh the page, and let's say the country is Pakistan. Address is ABC, ABX, XYZ, something something. And let's pass a phone number. Okay, this is disabled, we can't update it. And first name, last name, username. Let's choose profile pictures. So cat. The thumbnail gonna be this one. Okay, we got error, and that is we have to use file uploads. Use with file upload. Let's try it. Also we can like preview the image on the UI. So like using the maybe we can ignore that. So I'm gonna, let's say XYZ country, those are fine. Click in, choose an image, cat. The thumbnail is gonna be this one. Let's say I am Dev. So now if I save this, we got an error that no property found for location. We have location. Do we have that in the front end? No, we don't. We have the address and country, so the country is location definitely. We can change that to country as well, and this is gonna be location again. When assigning, is gonna be country, not location, not country. So location. Try again. I can use spec filler as well, but it's gonna like add some random information, and this is um, the account that we are going to be using for testing all the time. So that's why I have to type the things manually. I'm gonna upload the thumbnail and background, the thumbnail and profile picture, and descriptions, some random. Save it. This time, not sure it working or not. What is going on? Not did not get any notifications or something. Maybe we are getting some errors, but we don't have the ability to show the information on the front end. So I'm gonna go to register user control like this thing, and we have to display the errors, right? So I'm gonna copy the error loop, come to this, and above the form, or we can do that below the form as well, but right here, um, the username, let's do that inside the form. $row call of 12 and paste it. This is gonna be call of 12, column 12 actually. So I'm gonna refresh the page and let's see if we have anything wrong with that. So I'm gonna like save without like putting all the input fields, and we should get an error like, yeah, we do. So address field is required, country field is required, profile field is required, thumbnail field is required, and this is gonna be image and stuff like that. So I'm gonna choose the address, country, profile, image, cat, the profile thumbnail or something. um what is it, yeah, here, and the description, heck up, I'm gonna save it. The error is thumbnail field is required, so we do have thumbnail right here, as you can see, and here. Okay, we don't have it at the bottom, so I'm gonna come here, and here is the thumbnail. The name is gonna be thumbnail, and I think this should work perfectly. So I'm gonna try it again. Put the address, put the country, choose the profile image, Mr. Cat, choose the thumbnail, some scenery, this one. Then I am audio, save it. Oh my god, again error. So the thing is, we do have the thumbnail input field, but it still shows an error that the input like thumbnail field is required. So if I click check the validation, it's required its image, and these are the extension accessible, and then we are storing that right here. But the thing is that, wait a minute, um, thumbnail, it's like not able to pick that. So let's choose a different image for that one. What if I dd that? Like, is it actually that like the value does not exist, or as there is some other error due to which it's not faking that value? So I'm gonna dd that, and I already have a faked one, but just choose again Elon Musk and save, and it is no. That is interesting. So thumbnail and file wire model.lazy name thumbnail. Maybe it's the issue with the IDs. So I'm gonna change this to thumbnail, and we have the far somewhere, right? um where, yeah, so thumbnail. I'm gonna retry that, and hopefully we should have fixed that issue, but somehow we are not able. So I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna choose that again, choose the danger boy. Submit. Still empty. That is interesting. So if I choose this one, it's going to like, is it going to display that? I'm gonna try this one. If it does, then I can reduplicate that and choose that thing again. So I'm gonna choose thumbnail. Submit. It does displays that one, but not the one that we want. But I can duplicate this properly and remove this. If there is anything wrong, I can rewrite that. So I'm gonna remove this and duplicate. Already have copied it, right? Paste again. This is gonna be update thumbnail and thumbnail, and the ID is thumbnail, the wire model is thumbnail, and this thing is thumbnail. So now let's see if we have fixed that. I'm gonna choose the Elon Musk. Yeah, now it makes sense. It's loaded. So now what I'm going to do, okay, we have loaded that one, dude. Now let's try to see if we have uploaded that one. What? Still not loading? That is interesting. What is this? Maybe we have to create another row for this. How about this? And also I think we can end that here and start another row for the text area field or descriptions. Let's try that again, and hopefully we should DD that, but I don't know. Let's try that again. So I'm gonna choose the image. If we have like the ability to preview that, maybe that is gonna be cool. But if I submit, this is interesting. Now we got it. So that is cool. Let's work on that. So I'm gonna remove this thing. Let's like display the picture itself. So like if the user is like able to see this, maybe that is interesting. So I'm gonna add like dollar column 2, and here I'm gonna load an image. I think we have that functionality somewhere. Maybe we don't. Yeah, in the create create page, create post, and here we are displaying the loading as well. So let's load this one as well as the temporary image. So I'm gonna paste. If the thumbnail exists, then go ahead and display the temporary URL of that. Width is gonna be 100. Target the thumbnail, and I'm gonna copy this to the above one as well. This one, the profile, changing the profile like this. And now if I refresh and see, the backend functionality is correct, right? Like if I go to account information, PHP livewire, like livewire component, PHP file, here as you can see we have those information like correct. We can store this and this, but the issue was like here a temporary URL call to a member function on string. What? I have assigned a value to that. Maybe that is the problem. I can change the value. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna say existing Wait a minute. Why do we have to add value? Like, okay, no. Here I think we don't need to like set the values because we're not using that anywhere in the application. And the top we are like using the auth user profile or auth user thumbnail, but not like getting that data from the livewire PHP file. So let's say ABC XYZ is the country. Upload the profile image. Choose an image. Let's see this one. It's loading, as you can see, and this is gonna be a thumbnail. Okay, this is so big, so I'm gonna debug that from here because like guessing classes from the backend is not a good idea. I'm gonna select the image, set the width to let's say 100%. 100%. Yeah, that is correct. I'm gonna copy, and instead of like this thing does not work. This is the second time I'm trying this. Like trying this width 100%, but it's not working correct for me. I'm gonna replace that right here as well. We can close this now. This one, we fix that, so I'm gonna refresh. And now if we upload images, it should look good. So thumbnail is gonna be this one, the profile icon. Let's say ABC XYZ, and description. I'm audio. Save it. No error, but column not found. Thumbnail in the field list. A lot of errors we saw today. Its thumbnail, the spelling is not correct, but for the sake of this we have to use it anyway. Thumbnail, if I go to user, create user table, is it actually the wrong name? Create users, oh my god, create underscore users table. And thumbnail, where is it? Okay, the name is wrong, so I'm gonna use the wrong name because like we will have to like replace that in all the places. So just to ignore that, I'm gonna paste here and here. Now what I'm going to do is right here in this PHP file, when like assigning value to the user, like the actual value, then we will like use this one. In this case, as you can see, and the others are correct, so we don't have to worry about that. So now if I try that again, then like 7 at time, so let's say XYZ ABC profile image, choose this one, choose the thumbnail, let's say this one, and the description, I'm audio, and save it. Account information updated successfully, so that is the success message. And now our information are updated. Also after that, like we can redirect user to the current page again, so that the updated information gonna be loaded. So if I view that, somehow it's not displaying that. This is profiles. What if I do public slash storage, not loading that. Oh, I think we have to pass the public public variable, so that it's gonna store that in the public scope. So I'm gonna pass public here, and what I'm going to do is redirect user to the current page. So return redirect to the route, passing the settings dot account information. So I'm gonna refresh. Let's close these. We don't need these at all. And the XYZ in ABC, like the country, and this that thing does works, right? Um, as you can see, descriptions, stuff like that are loaded, but we have the issue with the thumbnail and profile picture. So I'm gonna do that again, and let's see if that's working. So I'm gonna save it. We are redirected, and this time hopefully we got success. So now I can, like, now my profile information are updated, and that is what we wanted. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one, where we will like add the functionality of these things. Like if I go back, oh my god. So if I go back to the previous page from here, we have like different settings to do, like the saved posts and social connecting social medias and stuff like that. So we will add those information in the next videos, couple of videos. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.